Are you an executive who has reached the ceiling in your current job, who has little time to dedicate to your career transition and need quick and practical advice? This is Happy Monday Executives, empowering executives in career transition, a weekly podcast providing you focused, actionable advice, insights, and powerful tips. With your career strategist guru, Isabelita Castilho.
Hello, and welcome back to Happy Monday Executives, empowering executives in career transition. I'm your host, Isabelita Castilho, and I'm here with episode number 9. So today we're going to talk a little bit about CVs. What makes your CV stand out from the crowd? Why should a hiring manager, a decision maker, or even a recruiter choose your CV first before choosing other 9, for instance, that have exactly the same work experience than you? So let's talk about value proposition and impact. So one thing is job description. Job description absolutely is important so they can know what you have done and if you have a match for the job that is in question. However, unless you want to highlight, so you will need really to think, what will make me different? Well, what makes you different is your story. It's your story. What is your story about the job? What is the impact you brought for the organization by executing that function? So you have all the bullet points. So responsible for P&L, managing a budget of $250,000, having a team, managing a team of 10 direct reports. And now, so what? What about if the others also have the same? Well, now, so what? You will tell what is the impact you brought for the organization. So for instance, I was responsible for managing a team of 10 that within 2 years' time, they were able to raise to the next level within the organization. Everybody had been promoted. That shows your level of empowerment, your level of organization and structure, and how much you know how to manage teams. So if you want to be seen as somebody who knows how to manage teams, how to empower people within the organization, so you definitely focus on how you get them promoted. It could be a much shorter time than that. So this is just an example. Another example is responsible for managing a P&L. And as a result, even during COVID times, we were able to save money and we're able still to improve our results by 25%. So this shows your impact. Either you reduce the cost, you improve the revenue, you helped with infiltrating new markets, so you help the company expand if part of your job is business development. You brought new accounts. If before there were, let's say, 3 major accounts within the FMCG space, now the company, when you joined, you were able to expand their business and have 5 new powerful accounts, such as, and then you can mention, Unilever, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Procter & Gamble, which before we only had 3, and those accounts were brought by me, the executive. So this is a way to highlight your value proposition by being different from the competition. So also you have a summary portion of it. The summary, when you talk about the summary, avoid using all those, very fluffy words that don't indicate any results. Try to use results. So basically summarize what you have done. So when you look at that summary, think this way. The top part of your CV should look a little bit like a postcard analogy. So the postcard has, a few representations of what that place looks like. So let's get a postcard for a moment. What's a postcard? Postcard has a few photos of major touristic destinations and has names. And then basically it gives the idea, what do you get? What's the feeling you get by going to that place? But you don't know in detail, you don't know anything else in detail. So the same for you, the top portion of your CV, depending on the region where you are, most of the places welcome photo, so nice photo. Does that photo really represent that charismatic leader? Or does it represent like that ID photo, passport photo, where, oh my God, people say, I hope he's okay. So make sure that your photo represents, something like this, something where you're crossing your arms, something that you really show, that executive that is really somebody who you want to bring into the organization, that can be the face of the organization. The next thing is, what are you saying in the top headline? So what's your pitch? What's your one sentence that represents you in a nutshell? And then you have the summary portion of it. So the summary portion is literally, what have you done throughout your career? So track record, senior executive with 20 plus years experience in managing P&L, running cross-functional teams. So it will really depend on your experience, but make sure whatever is there represents everything else that's in your CV. You have now an explanation of how do you make yourself different. Now, very important to know, when you list your key skills, strategy, P&L, cross-functional teams, management, does it really showcase? Do you showcase those skills throughout your CV? Please take a look at it, because one thing is saying strategy and cross-functional teams, and then when somebody reads the rest of your CV, nothing of this is indicating there. So make sure it does indicate. And the next thing is, make sure that the last 10 to 15 years are really the most relevant, and more on the top, more close to now, are the ones you have better information, more explanation, and more results, more impact. So the longest, the further it gets to history, to the time, back in time, the less you want to emphasize. You don't want to come across as, right now, well, it's not so important what I do, but then 10 years ago, look at all my results. That will go against you. So make sure that the most relevant information is within the last 15 years, and then follow in this order, the most impactful now, little bit less before, so it shows a career progression as well. One thing very important, guys, I have a lot of executives showing me CVs and telling me, what do you think about it? And when I look at it, everything in their career, they are senior managers, managing a team, running, high level budgets. But hang on, where is the career progression? You were not born speaking, walking, running, swimming. So it's the same in life for your career. You started once as a trainee, perhaps, as an intern, whatever it is. So make sure you show that curve. Now, again, if you're talking about your trainee experience, just the job title is enough and the name of the company. You can even list anything before 15 years as earlier career or previous experiences, and just job title, company, and dates, because that's what matters. But then when it comes to anything in the last 15 years, make sure it's impactful and relevant. I do have a video about this in my YouTube channel, which is my very first step. Number 1, to land the job, CVs, and LinkedIn profiles. Please make sure to check it to get demonstration. I do a share screen as well, so you can learn in details how to make an impactful CV. So today, guys, that's it. I really hope you're going to be able now to skyrocket with your CV. If you want nice formats, nice templates, there are lots of websites out there that you can get wonderful, colorful templates if that is your preference, if you just don't want a plain CV. There is novocv.com, there is visualcv.com, and there could be many others, but those are the two that come to my mind. So I hope that was helpful to you. Stay tuned to my podcast. Stay tuned also to my YouTube if you like to watch me in videos. And thank you so much for watching. And make sure to be that life creator. Bend this matrix and create the reality you wish to see in your life. And until next time, stay blessed. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe to all my YouTube and podcast channels.
Never miss an episode. Never miss an opportunity. Follow Happy Monday Executives with Isabelita Castilho from any of your favorite podcast platforms. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Until then, stay blessed.